Okay. All right. Okay, so I remembered my question. So one of the concerns about this facility is that it was never built to be sustainable for our size community. Do you think that going down this path will lead it to a sustainable point, or do you have concerns that in 5 years we'll be kind of in the same spot?
I'm very persuaded that the size of our community, especially as we expand looking for the donor base. Kathleen White has suggested or said that almost all of the fundraising around the original Overture was in a very tight geographic area. We have approximately half of the ticket buyers outside of the city of Madison, and a fairly high percentage are outside of Dane County.
Oh, wow.
We are going to be able to go back to those people, many of whom are subscription, the Broadway subscription series people. I wouldn't have started down this path of trying to knit this together if I hadn't concluded 2 years ago that this kind of a facility offering this kind of exposure and co-sponsorship opportunities in the community wouldn't be fully supported. And as I heard the president of the Madison Community Foundation, Kathleen White, stated, she was highly confident that this amount of money could be raised within the affected area of Overture.
Yeah. So what do is this really a true reset button? Because that's a question I'm kind of struggling with. To what extent is this really a reset on the operations? Do you think it is a brand new, fresh start?
I think if you look at the management capacity and flexibility, if you look at taking the sword of Damocles that was hanging over the budget, hanging over the Overture from year one pretty much, the debt had to be paid. The debt had to be paid. Who's going to pay the debt? Removing that will be extraordinarily helpful. Taking this off of any political burner, so that the amount that the city contributes every year is well known in advance. It's almost exactly the same number, and the capital budget is projected out as it has been projected out. I think that combined with the genuine success, continuing success of Overture with all of the work that it does with school children as well as the arts groups will lead to a new rebirth of interest and the real potential, which hasn't been realized so far, I think will amount to a second beginning that has much more solidly grounded financially and politically and in the arts community.
Do you think at this point there's any, do you think that the university has any role in the future of this facility, or has that been considered an outside possibility but not something that you guys have really kind of calculated?
Beginning in January of this year, there was an outreach, a very deliberate outreach, to the University of Wisconsin-Madison as well as MATC. Each of those organizations formed a special committee to work with Overture to explore more future possibilities. At the university level, I think that when all the dust settles, they will considerably increase the amount of dates that they're interested in and performances that they're interested in, because Union South is just coming down the home stretch to be completed. There's a lot of work that needs to be done at the Union Theater, the Music Hall, which is a gleam in the future, but that is maybe 3 to 5 years into the future. They're looking to be more integrated in the community, and they will have more time and use more shows, I'm confident. The same is true for MATC. The Mitby Theater is undergoing a renovation. They're looking to expand their presence in the community and be even better known. Both of those organizations will have more dates, more exposure, and some of that will drop down to the bottom line, both artistically and financially.
Sweet. All right. I guess I don't have too much else unless you have any thoughts about internally on kind of on the management side, or anything that should change that's different from now.
Well, I think to the extent that the management has been distracted and needs to allow time to manage political issues, to worry about the debt, to be concerned about the banks, all of that does not directly relate to presenting a better and better artistic product more efficiently. If you took all those hours that the staff has spent, even in the last 5 years, but particularly in the last 1 year, and focus them on more productive, more beneficial activity for the resident groups and for the city, that's quite a bit of time. And that alone will considerably improve what the organization is capable of. Then there are some reorganizations where more positions would be allocated for fundraising, and that effectiveness will increase. But removing these barriers, removing these burdens, removing these clouds will have a major effect on increasing the productivity and effectiveness of Overture.
What do you think the hardest thing will be for the city if all goes according to this plan and we vote and take up Overture, either very soon or in the years to come? What will be the difficult thing for the city to have to deal with, or for alders to have to decide on going forward in the long-term care of this building?
I don't see a major new difficulty. I see present difficulties going away. Mm-hmm. What if the banks take over? What if fundraising is insufficient? What if some of these shows that are booked are not properly, people don't come to the shows? Will we be able to bring many school children in there? There are positive answers to all of those questions that are almost assured once the burdens that I mentioned are removed and the city can get on to city council and the mayor can get on to managing other businesses. Focus on the police, fire, streets, public safety, mass transit, housing, those kinds of issues. It's not a natural skill set for a city council to manage an arts facility, its content, its outreach, its fundraising.
So you're saying so long as we put the debt to rest, the rest should kind of take care of itself?
It's an enormous, enormous improvement in the whole context and what people have time to focus their attention on.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Joe. Anything else?
No, I'm glad to help, and I look forward to helping in the future if I can.
Yeah. Well, have a great trip. When are you back?
November 1.
November 1st. All right.
See you then.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.